battles, we break it as it unfolds. Football TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Football TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Football TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Football. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
Okay, so viewers, all right. So viewers following the broadcast, welcome to Focal Online TV. We are so sorry for coming late. Yeah, we sincerely apologize for coming late. But anyway, that is the job we choose to do. This is the Liberian people job we choose to do. This is the Focal Online TV where we bring you informations from our central studio in the Topo community. So wherever you are viewing the broadcast, this is the Focal Online TV. Welcome to Inside District number 13, where within the next 2 minutes we're gonna have Madam Princess Gayduo Kennedy, who is vying for the post of representative within District number 13. Just within a minute from now, we're gonna have her in here because we have been informed that Madam Gayduo is already in our vicinity. So just within the next, just within 2 minutes time, we're gonna also in Madam Kennedy. She wants to be the representative of District number 13. That's the man Seesaw Gator. Okay, so we bring down the music. We bring down we bring down the music, and then we get we are so sorry for coming on late. We are so sorry for coming on late. Um, at at about 2 minutes, 2 minutes from now, we're gonna have Princess Gayduo Kennedy who wants to be. Uh, Madam, welcome, welcome. All right, so Madam Gayduo is already in our studio right now as it stands right now. She's already in our studio. So we're gonna dive in strictly to business. Madam Princess Gayduo Kennedy, welcome to Focal on TV. Yeah, yeah, you can wear a microphone. Yeah. Welcome to Focal on TV, Madam Kennedy.
Um, Let me say thank you, Brother Manny, Ambassador Manny. Yeah, whatever way. Yeah, it's my pleasure being here this hour to speak to the people of District 18. Yeah, so.
Okay. Right. Well, other Barcelona fans are not looking okay. Well, the smile is too much on your face. Why your team lost? Your team is heading to the Europa.
There's one thing when it comes to the Barcelona issue. Uh, we have been making the airways, for years. So, in a man's life, there comes a time when you have to slow down a little and then recollect and pick up for another stage. So, Barcelona now are having the tough time. So, going to the Europa right now, even though it's not a good one for us, but it's a preparation stage again for us.
Okay. So thank you. Um. Yeah, we're going to dive strictly into district number 13. So how is the district, by the way?
Um, right now, the district is kind of, should I say, partly okay, but in totality, we are not. So we're hoping that we'll be okay sometime.
Ah,
Yeah,
but if you say partly okay, I don't. We don't really understand what you are really trying to say.
yeah. When something is partly is half and half. So you have people to on the other side will be experiencing a little good of it, but on the other side hope to have it better. Yeah.
So as it stands right now, our district is not better.
No.
Wow,
Yeah.
why are you saying so? We have a current lawmaker who is Mr. Edaflomo.
No. We have a current lawmaker, yes, which is Honorable Evan Fumo, but there are things that still needs to be done within our district because we are lacking so many things. So we are not discrediting him in other form to say that he did nothing, but I think there's a need for continuity, the difference over continuity.
All
Yeah.
right. So people following the broadcast via our online page, and they will wants to know who is Princess Gaydu Cannon.
Yeah. So the peace loving people of District 13, um, Gayduo Princess Kennedy is a child, a woman, a lady, a mother from District 13, specifically New Georgia Estate, uh, from Loffa County. Yeah, a graduate, a high school graduate from the Kulai Memorial Academy, and a student of the University of Liberia. Yeah, and an aspirant of District 19 class of 2023.
Okay, let us come to your workings within the district. What are your hand mark within the district? Because People goes to the pool next year in October, and you are a representative aspirant. They will wants to know what has been your impact. What has been the people within the district? How well have they feel your impact? What are those work you have been doing over the past time that you think you can win the representative election of district number 13?
Uh, Firstly, to the part to say that people of the entire district will want to feel my impact or must have felt my impact before maybe they can come up to see how best they can support me of becoming the next lawmaker of our district. I think that's another side of it for which we Liberians will have to take a back and go back to our drawing board to see how best we can erase some notion and mentality that we once been living with. That in order to be this, you must have done this, and you must have had impact, or you must have touched the lives of everybody, or one way or the other. But to say that this Gayduo Princess Kennedy have lived in the New Georgia estate community over the years. She's been involved in community activities. She's been involved in the youth side, working with youth, organizing some academic programs to have the youth keeping up their time, even on holidays and whatsoever. Although she have not been going out to every district or every communities to say, oh, this is what I've been doing, or this is what I did in this community. But being as it is, this Gayduo Princess Kennedy has been living in her rightful path, and I've been doing her best to see how best she can live up to her name and avoid other things that will tarnish her.
Okay, so thank you. At least people who following they are getting something as it relates to the character of Princess Gaydo Kennedy. So as it stands right now, where is Team Kennedy?
Um, as it stands, Team Kennedy, we are in the preparation stage. We are moving.
But election is
Yeah,
next year, and then
yeah.
you're saying that you're in the
Oh
preparation
yes,
stage.
until election of comes, we are still preparing. Yes, preparation will not be over until the final day.
What are those preparations?
Yeah. So you have your strategies, your plans, and your works to be done. In order to have your people to know what you are up for, getting them to know you. You have to be visible because once you are not visible, your people actually don't will not know the person that they are going to go for. So, by all costs, we are trying to be visible to our people.
Okay. So, but do you rather think that just being visible to the people is is well suitable that they elect you as the next representative of this number 13?
No, but visibility comes with authority. Visibility comes with other things that people want to know. Visibility comes with responsibilities. So once you are visible to your people, from their own side, their teamwork, their knowledge of their impact, everybody have their own way of impacting and contributing to every aspect. Because once somebody have an interest in you, and you are going around, you also have them to make their input in everything that you want to do. So if you are not visible, your people are not going to know you, and definitely you
But
cannot
it
do
don't.
anything about it.
These things don't rather work this time around in our own setting. These things
Visibility
don't normally
counts.
work around.
No, it counts. What we should be talking about right now of that we should be saying that it doesn't count for now, because that's the aspect of where you will just sit and be waiting for the time. Then as soon as it show up, you're gonna use all your last or strength or financial strength or whatsoever to go and pull the numbers. So I think that is one of the difference that we are looking out to see how best that part of it can be changed. So it
Okay.
counts. Yeah.
All right. So visibility counts in your.
Oh yeah.
All right. No problem.
Mhm.
Um, people following the broadcast, they are very curious to know. you spoke of workings within the district. So can you really be specific on those workings that you have already been involved into within your district?
Um, like I said, I have been with my youthful people. I've organized several or academic activities for them. Mostly we normally do it on the holidays. Yeah, where you have holidays coming up, and to avoid the kids going out, to their beaches, or maybe at times to stay home. So we normally organize those activities to keep it. Sometimes we do it by block. Sometimes yes, that's what we normally do. So it's been my own involvement with my youth. Yeah, that's from with my area. But it comes to my working, sense of this, I've been walking around, visiting communities, looking at things that I think that people need attention to be taken care of. So I've been walking around looking at some stuff, but again, we are still looking at our people. We still looking at things to see how we can go about it. But there are things that we too have our mark. We've been working on. I think recently talking about my work, I did a project almost about a month ago, and that was something that I think people, they got so amazed about it, because they were really in need, and I just had to use my own way as a common person of going down there to see how best to calm that situation for the crowd of the people. So I think that's one of the there.
All right. Okay. You are such a beautiful woman. You are such a beautiful woman. Looking at the face and wants to go beyond to do investigation concerning the age. Why don't you just continue with the I guess you are with the Labrador Football Association. Why don't you just continue on the path of being with the Labrador Football Association rather than diving into politics at this young age?
Uh, I want you to know that life is not static.
But
Life,
you have
yeah,
you already have, I guess you have a good understanding when it comes to the soccer arena,
yeah.
which is the Labrador Football Association. Why don't you just stick to it and just forget about this entire politics?
Like I said, life is not static. Life is dynamic.
Okay.
So being with the Liberia Football Association or being into sports does not limit me to any other side of activities. I think it's my right as a Liberian and a meaningful Liberian to see how best in whatever way I can contribute my quota if there's a need. So I believe now there's a need that I take up the challenge and seek another face, even though I'm involved in the sports board.
But you can still remain with the LFA and continue to contribute
No,
to the
but
growth and development of our country.
oh yeah, and that is what I'm doing.
But you want to turn the page around to get into politics.
Coming into politics will not change me from being a lover of sports. Will not change my involvement into sports.
Why do you want to remove Representative Flomo from the seat of representative of District Number 13?
In short, I will just say to you that there's a difference. There's a need for a difference over continuity. So that's it. Difference over continuity.
The difference over
Yes.
continuity. So what is the difference over the continuity you are talking about?
Yes. So we all know that there are things that are not right. There are things that we are looking at or crying out in this our district. We are partly of vulnerable and we are lacking of so many things. So and we have a lawmaker that have not been able to meet up with some of these issues. So I think it's about time that we too have a voice and have a say to see how best we can do it and we can contribute. Because having that mindset, knowing what it takes to be or to come from nowhere, knowing what it takes, knowing yourself, and you cannot afford to have or something, and then you seeing your people, you seeing yourself, you relating to people day after day and giving you one complaint over and over, making almost the same cry as it, it's difficult. It really pains me because if I can sit there as a young person, knowing fully well that I have that heart of humanity, I want to serve, and I think I can do some way, somehow I can do better for my people. So it's about time I'll just take up the challenge and just see how best we can work towards some of the things that are lacking. Yeah.
But it is not really difficult to remove an equipment these days. It is not really difficult to remove an equipment these days. These days. So how do you really intend to remove Representative Flomo through the ballot box?
Like I said, we are doing our work.
What are those strategies?
No, I'm not gonna tell you.
But the people following the broadcast will wants to know what are those strategies.
Yeah, they will want to know what about the strategies.
I'm not a contestant.
You are not a contestant, but the world is listening to me.
Yeah.
I cannot sit on the media and tell you, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. But all I can tell you is that we're gonna make ourselves visible. We're gonna do what we can do to meet our people. And on the other hand, we have our own plans and strategies that we're gonna use.
So will the strategy be unveiled next year? And if so, why don't you tell us the strategies?
Our strategies will not be unveiled either next year. So that's an in-house thing that we're gonna work with until October ends.
Yeah, the Barcelona people, that's the same strategy Xavier using last night, the video.
That's the best team in the world.
All right, so moving forward, what do we see a representative in Princess Kennedy, where the people goes to the pool next year and elect you to the seat of being the representative, going up Capitol Hill to represent everybody within this entity. What do we hope to see from a representative, Princess Gayduo Kennedy?
Okay, so by the help of God, if we can achieve this ambition, if this goal can be met, our people, we are not coming with a lot of promises, but we are safe to say that we have our platform that we're going to be working with, and we just hope that we can live up to it. Like for our health part of it, we're going to be looking at health, we're going to be looking at security, we're going to be looking at women empowerment, we're going to be looking at our educational sector, and we're going to be looking at sports. So, in line with other things.
So you don't have interest in the disadvantaged youth also, because you are not making mention of them.
Yeah, if I don't make mention, we are still limit because the disadvantaged youth, or these are the people that we even should pay more attention to because they too are part of the society. So I cannot tell you that I don't have an interest.
So as it stands, what has been your involvement with the disadvantaged youth as it stands right now? What has been your involvement with them?
I have already started my consultations. I've started going out to them, and we are having.
What was the last time you reached out to them?
I was just yesterday.
Oh.
Just yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday I had a long walk. Yesterday morning I just woke up yesterday, and I did a good tour yesterday.
Oh, okay. So you are a representative parent within digital marketing. And this is a constitutional mandate that a lawmaker provide a district report every year. And up to present, our lawmaker have not provided district report. You as a representative aspirant who wants to unseat Representative Flomo, you have not, your team particularly, I'm not concerned about you individually because you are about to represent a group of people at the Capitol building. So your team, which is Tim Kennedy, where is Tim Kennedy stands on the lawmaker? Like I could say, refusing to give a district report to tell the people what has been his achievement, his challenge, and what he hoped to do coming the next year. Your institution, which is Tim Kennedy, have not come up with anything condemning him, putting his feet to the fire, calling him upon Mr. Flomo, why you don't want to give us a district report? We are entitled to it. Where is your team as it stands right now?
That is why I said our district is behind our district and lacking so many things. Our district needs to be fully represented. So, so the issue, so I was not wrong when I said it. So we don't have to come and start knocking on Edwards or Fiomodo, you know, forcing him up for him living up to his responsibilities. That is something that we shouldn't ask him for. That is something that he's bound to do, he's bound to deliver. So these are some of the things that we're going to be looking at. These are some of the things that we're going to be using against him to know that comes of 2023 that we cannot have him have a
Well,
long
I don't think it is okay that you wait until election time reaches before you start to bring these things out. I think it is about this time that you start to put his feet to the fire, calling upon him, because it is a constitutional mandate that he must do it. He must make the district report available for the people consumption.
There is time or there are times for everything. Now is his time. He has all the time to move around, to do what he want to do. Sooner or later, we're going to have the voices, the united voice of the district. We're going to have people calling up left and right to do what he's supposed to do. But as it stands for now, we are not in a hurry to spoon feed him or to tell him what he's supposed to do. So
No, it is your
yes,
right.
it's our
It is
right.
your right.
It's our right.
Yeah, it is your
It
right.
is our right. So right now, like I
And not
said,
only your right, but
it's our
it is the
right.
role that you must be playing at this time because you want to unseat him within the
It's,
district.
so it's our right. So it is the role that we're supposed to be playing, fine. But again, we are not in a hurry to start pushing up because you will have things coming on the contrary of everything. So right now we're gonna take our time to do what we're supposed to do. We're gonna take our time to do what we're supposed to do. We are not going to just rush into
We are almost in the election
we
year.
are almost into it. But again, it's not because we are almost into it, so we're gonna just rush because we want to do it. No.
All right. So we must take our time in terms of engaging the lawmaker for him to give a district report to us. That is why you are trying to say to
We
us.
must take our time in everything. Violence or whatsoever is not
No,
the
but
way.
we are not
We are
saying
not
that you
saying
should use the
no.
violent
Yes,
means.
but once you everything that is not done properly is not done at all. So if you just jump up to say you want to do something that you didn't plan for or something that you are not prepared to do, or because you want to unseat somebody, or because you are aiming at a position, you just wake up from the blue sky one morning and say, "Oh, you want to do this?" No, that's not the way forward. So you must have prepared yourself first for it before you can start to take up the challenge or to send out the message.
What political party do you support?
For now, I do not support any political party.
Why in case that the ANC, the Labour Party, the CDC comes to you and put the option before you?
Liberty Party, CDC, ANC, UP, all of the P's as you just named them. I don't
Are they
and
not
I will
trusted?
not
Are they not
let
trusted?
Amber records for this. Thank you. So
Are they not trusted?
I'm not and will not accept offer from all the political parties.
They have
to me.
partisans within the district.
I know they have partisans within the district, but I will not accept offers from any of these parties that you just named.
But so you're gonna go ask independent.
Going as independent right now, I cannot say yes, I cannot say no. But for the names or the party listed, I'm not going to accept offer because I rather go in with my face. So
No, but going with political parties within our country will also give you the edge over other people vying for the seat.
that I know going for the other party to give us the edge has aspiring to. For my own case, let me say something to you. Have you going around, or talking to people, and you have a majority now to tell you. At times, it's good to listen to the voice of the people. because the voice of the people is the voice of God. If we cannot listen to the people, then it means to say that we are up for nothing. So even in our walking around in our mobilization, going out to people, some people will come to you, Claire. I'm for party X, I'm for party D, I'm for party this. But let me be safe to tell you, if you will go with for party X or go with party Z, you have people getting the needs. I will tell you this: you still benefit nothing.
Oh,
So this is something that we're going to look at critically before we can take any decision. But I don't see myself going for okay for popular political party if I should go for political party.
okay. All right. There is this. We could place this option on another way that that Madam Cornelia Kratopa is a resident of New Georgia, where you also reside, right? Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
next
So
question.
yeah. So the two of you live upward New Georgia. So why why in case the elders from that side call the both of you and tell you to narrow down your ambition and then they put Cornelia Kratopa to the picture? Where will you agree to them?
I should just say no, but if I may say no, in the first thing you should take into consideration that I too have people
Mhm.
that believe in me. So coming to that would not be a decision for me. That would be a decision for my people. But again, if you take that my people taking that decision, I'm safe to say that I don't think that it's going to be possible. So it's not that would be a bad idea. But I don't see the possibility of it because we too we have a dream, we have an ambition, and I think we too are in the rightful position to
if
take
if
that.
if that comes to reality, if that agreement comes, and then you people are called to the table along with the councils of your community, will you agree to that?
If we reach that stage
Mhm.
in that discussion, we both know how we're going to talk about it. But we have not come to that yet, so I don't think that is a discussion for now.
So I'm
Yes,
just asking you a question. So
yes.
because it is possible that that could happen.
So if we reach that stage, we're going to handle it.
So will you narrow down your ambition?
No, I'm not telling you that I'm going to narrow down. No, I'm not telling you that, but we're going to handle that when that time reach. If
Okay, so we're gonna wait until that time reaches. So we're gonna be we our eyes should be there. Our eyes should be all over as we get to towards the election process. So what are those laws that you're gonna make as a lawmaker? What are those laws you're gonna make when you are being elected as a representative of this number 13?
um, ready for me right now on my number one agenda, let me come to you straight with the education sector. So actually, we're going to be pushing for government to pay more attention to the public schools. That's the number one part of it. Government should pay more attention to the public schools. So because we feel that right now the public schools within our district they have been less attended to. There is no focus on our public schools. Our brothers and sisters and our children, they are going to school, they are sitting on the floor, they are throwing chairs from one place to another, they are standing, they are learning under the low facilities. They are learning on already a bad condition. So we'll be pushing for government to pay more attention to public schools. That is because it's the less attention being paid to public school. That's the reason why we find the private schools so expensive. If government really pay attention to public schools, private school wouldn't be too expensive because even the person that can afford will able to send the child to public schools because you will not be looking at oh my child wouldn't learn anything because with more attention that you find good instructors, you will find good facilities, and you down that can afford you'll be able to send your child there to learn. So there where now the private schools will have to come down a little and you will see the tuition will be a little bit low. But our kids, our less fortunate parents, actually they, they are actually suffering when it comes to the learning facility of their kids, and our brothers and sisters are also suffering enough actually when it comes to the learning aspect that found themselves in the public schools. And there's a serious need for attention because you that know yourself, you're not willing to
But
send your child
you
to public
you
school.
you are not talking about you are not talking about education. You are not put your spotlight on the security in terms of security, in terms of
Yeah,
health.
yeah, as directly, I just leave it up to you. So, like I talked about the schools, and now we're talking about the sports aspect of it, and now we come to the security. For the security aspect of it, we have a lot to be done because there are some things we got to put in place to see how best
But
we
when you
can.
come from just the soccer arena, you are not really placing emphasis on the soccer arena.
So many to go president when it comes to this. People say be like, oh my sporty life is
Oh
like,
yes.
oh yeah, because my sporty life is very high on the agenda because when it comes to sports stands a lot of benefit by the grace of God if we succeed this mission. Actually, yeah.
Okay, so let me just ask you this question, and then we will take our break. And after we take just at most 1 minute break, and after the 1 minute break, we have a lot of questions in our comment sections where people who follow the broadcast they have been asking questions through our online TV. So when we come back, I'm going to ask you all of those questions, and you can take your time and then respond to all of those questions. So before taking our break, let me just pose this question to you. If you were the lawmaker of District Number 13, where the issue of the 30,000 United States dollars was received, were received by lawmakers within our country, were you going to receive that money, or you were going to reject the money?
Coming to the aspect of 13,000 we received by lawmaker. Um, I'm safe to say that the district is over everything. So everything that is not in the interest of the district is not necessary to be handled properly by and handled by a lawmaker. So if you have a district at heart and something that is not in place for it, you will reject it. But if it is possible, it is positive for your district, you will have an impact of you use it properly and for the impact of the well-being of your district. So
So you're trying to say that if you were the lawmaker, you were going to set
look, I'm
30,000
telling
United States
you
dollars?
things that are not proper.
Mhm.
Things that are not proper
Yeah,
will not be handled, will not be taken.
yeah.
But things that come properly and given purposely for developmental processes, that which a person that have the people at heart, you will take. But if not, it is not good, you will
So
not take it.
it was not absolutely wrong by them receiving the 30,000, right?
That's what I'm saying to you. I'm telling you
In
that
this kind of economy.
no. I'm telling you that if it is wrong as a lawmaker, you shouldn't accept it. But it is in the interest of the people, then you can accept it. So the lawmakers that will take it, then they feel that it is in their interest.
Why
So
they could not why they could not divert that money to the health sector to other places?
that is what I just said. So if you feel that it is good, if you have a good heart, you will use that for a meaningful a means of your people. So again, if you cannot see the well-being of your people, if you don't have interest, so you will go on the contrary and do things the wrong way. So that's what I'm saying to you.
All right, so we take this short break, and as soon as we come back, we will go to our question section where you're going to be responding to all of the questions that have been posted by the viewers following the broadcast.
Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep focus.
Okay, so viewers, welcome back wherever you are following the broadcast. This is Inside District number 13 on Fukawa TV. Our prompt guest is Madam Princess Gayduo Kennedy, who is vying for the seat of representative within District number 13. So the first question posed here is Prince Brooklyn. Prince Brooklyn posed a question saying, what do you intend to do in reconciling the district provider when you are given the space? I don't know whether you intend to respond to the question one at a time or we just read everything, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good that we read a question one at a time, you respond to them. Okay, so the first question here says, what do you intend to do in reconciling the district provider when you are given the space? So this question is particularly about reconciling the district. What do you intend to do if you are given the space to serve?
You said his name again.
Prince Brooklyn.
Prince, thank you so much for your question. And the place your interest have been drawn is very important because reconciliation is so important. Yeah. In terms of reconciling our district, it has to start from yourself because you have to reconcile with yourself before you can reconcile with others. So that is to say, our leaders, our community heads are supposed to be the one or will be the one to start the process for us. Because if our leaders and community heads can come together to see how they can understand themselves and to start to work together, then we can work to the direction of reconciliation. Because we're going to have many means to see how best we can come together as team in terms of reconciliation. We're going to have programs coming up to see that reconciliation is actually important, and we're looking forward to have a very united district.
All right, looking forward to have a very united district. And this one is from the next one here is from David Momo. He say he is watching from Grand Cape Mount County. Thank you so much, David Momo, for watching our live our live broadcast from Grand Cape Mount County. And we have K. Landon Toba. He says, "What can our sister do? What can our sister do that will be totally different from the incumbent style of leadership since she regularly said that our district is bankrupt in terms of representation, oversight, and lawmaking?"
Um, like I said, I think I spoke to our educational system and to our health system. We spend a lot. I'm not going to make a promise of my brother to say, we're going to do, but it is something that we have.
But I think you have to tell them what we're going to do.
Yeah, we have these are hard to say that what we're going to do because I'm safe to say in our district when it comes to health we are very way behind. We are very way behind when it comes to health because imagine a whole big district we don't have a district hospital. We don't have a district clinic. So even right now, somebody falls sick. If you and myself or has a common person like me or you out there and we want to seek treatment, if you cannot afford, trust me, my brother, something else going to happen to you because that's where your district is supposed to be, available with these facilities to help us in times of need. So coming to our health, that's one thing our district stand to benefit when it comes to health. We're going to try our best to see how best we can have that structure in our district that we're going to be using in terms of health.
in terms of oversight, what different will you bring in terms of oversight?
There's a huge difference we're gonna be looking at. So let me say to tell you that Princess Kennedy, we're gonna meet up with the necessary things, the necessary responsibilities. We're gonna do our checkup on every facilities, on every structures that's a need. We're going to have our impact. We're going to meet up with it to make sure that it meets the best representation of our people. We're going to touch it bits and pieces to see how best our people stand to benefit what they deserve.
All right. So the next question here is from S.A. Mustama. He said, Mr. Springer, what has been your reaction to the recent discovery of a huge consignment of drugs in one of the communities in district number 13, Mozzarella County?
Presently, let me say to you that I have not spoken in about that issue concerning the drugs that was found here, but publicly on in this minor, I should say that is a complete stigma when it comes to our district finding such huge quantity of drugs because this is one of the reasons. This is one of the things that are actually spoiling our brothers and sisters within the society at large. And if we cannot look at it critically and see how best we can have a straight position to work and to minimize it because we cannot eradicate it. It's something that people are living with, that's something people are even addicted to. But in everything that you do, there are things that you do in the rightful manner. You do things that will not be harmful, to you. So if you will just sit there and cannot do something about it, then that would be the bad part of it. But that was a huge slap in our face for our district looking at such huge quantity of drugs. So I take a serious exception to it, and I'm not in support of it anyway. To be honest with you.
All right. So Augustine K. Giflon says he is watching from outside Liberia. Brother Augustine Giflon, thank you so much for watching all outside Liberia. Kanga says fascinating and interesting. The lone lioness for now proves to be the next lawmaker in a case with one of Liberia's promising and vibrant online hosts, Kudus. I'm following from a Tupu community. Thank you so much, Kanga, for following. Caroline Harris, following from Sambo A Community, Maserati County, District number 13, Prince Charles Matama, keep on coming. Thank you so much. Era S. Bull, great job. And I'm following Max F and building. Thank you. K. Ladon Toba, great job. All right. So um we have another comment here who says Henry Gade Bronsky, what is your okay? Then another question here is Henry Gade Bronsky. He is asking you a question. What is your integrity in service over the years? And clearly state the methodology you intend to use if elected to enhance sectoral development in district number 13. What is your integrity in service over the year? That is the first question, and then we'll go to the next one.
In services over the year comes
Yeah,
to like integrity.
definitely.
You can go out there and to background check on this Gayduo Princess Kennedy, and you have people to tell you who she is. Comes to my integrity, I have and hold my integrity in high esteem. In a very high esteem, I hold my integrity. So I'm safe to tell you that even though I'm not going to blow my own horn here to say I'm this and I'm that. But all I can tell you right now that my integrity is being held in a very high esteem. I believe in myself. I respect myself, and by all costs, I'm gonna live with it, and I'm gonna live to the standard of myself to where as I find in the position I'm in until otherwise ordered. Nothing gonna change this princess for something else.
All right. And then the next question is here is clearly state the methodology you intend to use, if elected, to enhance sectorial development in District 13.
And you have to tell him that when you are
No,
speaking.
I'm not the
So
one. You
I'm
should be
telling you
you
right
should be
now. Okay,
responding to him.
what's his name again?
Henry Gadget Bronx.
So Henry Gaje of Bronstein, I'm not using this media or this means to teach you. I'm not using this means to discredit you, but this is something that I just want you to maybe take into consideration. So maybe you can work on it on platform and issues like this when you are talking to your people or you want for people out there to listen up to you to learn something even though we go to school, we learn all of the jargons, we learn all of the various terminologies, we learn all of the vocabularies, but in such a platform, you have to be open up and be very low that your people out there can understand what you are saying. Because if you start to use all the various terminologies, trust me, the woman in the market there will not hear you, the motorcyclists that have not been to school will not understand the message. So again, sorry, but if you're ready or want me to dive into what you want to hear, you can just rephrase your question and then while Ambassador Vanny will be reading it out, somebody out there, the little man, will have to understand too what he just read.
No, I
So
think he is just okay, no problem. So let's move forward. So all right. Let's come to this issue of the Muslim narrative. Um, Muslims. That's why I'm also a Muslim. I'm from that side. The Muslims had been on the campaign for a holiday in this country, and he wants to be a representative of this number 13. Do you stand with the people, with the Muslim community in that request to a national government?
um, myself sitting here also have a Muslim background.
Mhm.
My late father he was a Muslim, so we are all Liberians. So going to the issue of seeking for the holiday part for the Muslims community, because in everything that we do, we seek the intervention of that, because that's something people will have their on the side of it will agree and disagree upon. So, in taking that decision, we hope and pray that we always stand for peace and remain peaceful in whatever way it goes. So, it's now of our prayers that we that God lead us through for the best decision to see how this conflict or decision between the Muslim and the Christian can come to an end. And by the grace of God, we bless that His intervention and the minds will be open up to make that decision that will be in the interest of everybody, the Muslims and the Christians.
Okay, okay, were you to, I mean, if you extend to the position of representative of this number 13, what I'm trying to say is that whether you stand with them, whether you're going to be, whether you're going to be, whether you are going to come out in the public with them and say, oh yes, it is their right, it needs to get a holiday.
It is their right. Like I said, we are all Liberians. It is their right because everybody, everyone we deserve to feel the impact of our country. We too have the right to live, be a Christian or Muslim. So, like I said again, it is just the will of God that we asking that we may be peaceful in everything, in every quest, that one day we'll have an end to the whole or saga of the Muslim and the Christians on the holiday issue. Yeah, sure.
Where is Princess Gayduo Kennedy when it comes to gay rights in our country?
When it comes to gay rights, um, what is good for you doesn't mean that it's not good for
But do you
Miss.
support it?
I mean, not or say,
Because you are saying what
yeah,
is good for
no,
you
what
is
is
not
good
good for
for
me.
you, what is good for you, or what is not good for you doesn't mean that it is not good for Mr. X. Because, yeah, what is not good for you doesn't mean it is not good for Mr. X.
No, but somebody following the broadcast will say, "Oh, yes, Princess, support that," because from everyone, from what you just said.
There are things that you cannot change. There are things that you cannot change. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not a gay. But again, somebody grew up with their style of life. Somebody grew up with their style of life. So there are things you cannot change. The best that you can do is to set the way forward. To
If
guide somebody in the
okay,
process.
okay, it has not been legalized in our country. Now let's assume let's do this way, eh? That you have been elected already, you are at the capital representing us, and then this bill arises to the floor. We want to know what are you going to pen your signature to that bill.
That I cannot say, I will put my signature, or like I said to you earlier, what is good for you or what is not good for you, it doesn't mean that it's not good for somebody. There are certain things or people involved in something, there are certain things you cannot eradicate. There are certain things you cannot change. I don't care how you do it. So you will have your life to live, and I too will have my life to live. But the important thing about it that we should understand that we are all Nigerians, we are all of the same flesh and blood, and everybody have the way they decide to live their life. All we can do as a people, if you think it is like correct, you can just play your own part to see how best you can show them the way forward. So that's it.
All right. So what do we hope to see in a representative candidate 90 days?
Uh,
What
like
do we hope to achieve in a
in the
representative?
90
Yes,
days,
your first 90
in the
days.
90 days,
Yes.
even if it won't be completed,
Yeah.
even if it won't be completed within that 90 days,
Mhm.
but the process will keep up. District 13 tend to have their health structure because they tend to have a hospital
Mhm.
in district
Mhm.
of their own.
Oh,
Even if it will be completed within 90 days, but district 13 tend to have their own health facility.
okay, so we are pressed up with time. Let me just pose the last question, and then we can take our exit. Um Why? Uh, there is this. What in case Mr. Flomo, the current lawmaker of District Number 13, Representative Flomo, call you to a discussion? Representative Ella Flomo call you to a discussion and say, Princess Kennedy, you are a young woman. Step aside from the process. Let me continue on the journey. Give me another 6 years. I don't know what. I don't know whether you're going to agree to his proposal or you're going to tell him no. Whether you're going to accept it or you're going to reject his proposal to you by you stepping aside and giving him another 6 years.
That identical discussion,
Mhm.
that identical discussion, right now, if I want to get mad at you, but again, you are not Mr. Promo, so I won't get mad at you. But that discussion will not even be good for my ears. So that means if I should even sit for that kind of discussion, it's like I'm even telling my people that they deserve to see what they've been going through. So honestly, I, I don't even buy the idea.
But but it can happen. What? It could be a give and take scenario. It could be a give and take
I
game.
prefer to remain who I am.
It could be a give and take
I
game.
prefer to remain who I am. If I go to the process and I lost it, that's the will of God. But going to that negotiation, that I can promise myself and promise the people of District 13, I can never and I will never ever accept it.
But in this case, that he used communications far beyond you, going all beyond to get people involved to come to you to see how best the two of you can sit around the table.
Even if my father could come in my dream, and which of course I know he will never tell me something that's gonna harm me. So he will never come. So that's never gonna happen.
Oh, okay. All right. So Dennis TS is the lioness of this number 13 is propagating to the core and adequately. Because I never doubt your ability. Long live Team Gayduo. Long live the people of this number 13. You answered this question already, but I think for the benefit of this person who is Solomon T. Kwok, he said, are you intending to run on any party? If yes, which political party?
Um, for now, I have no intention of running.
Why you don't want to go with no political
Okay,
party?
no, I'm not saying.
There could be political party that will have
I'm not
interest in
saying
you.
that I'm not going to run on any political party.
For
Don't
now.
get me wrong.
Okay, for now.
Yeah, but I listed and we listed a few parties that we will not be running on.
But it is
like I
good
said.
at this time that you throw your hope and then get something out quick.
So for now, we stand as independent.
That is what I'm saying. At this time, it is good that you throw your hope and get something out.
Okay, let me tell you that right now we don't have hope. Right, right now we have no hope. So we are living for ourselves right now, for our people. We are not living for the outside.
All right, so Madam Kennedy, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and we hope to see you some of these days as we get towards the election process, and we are open up to doing business with you and any other person within the public. We are open up. This is an independent media platform that we go across. We don't dive into one person ideology. No, we dive into the ideology of the people of the district. We dive into the ideology of the people of the Republic of Liberia. We are here to serve every single Liberian. So just within 1 minute 30 seconds, you can just give us your parting comment because we are already pressed up with time.
So let me say thank you to the team of this great platform. Sincerely grateful, and I appreciate you guys for the invitation. It's a great pleasure to see myself sitting behind your microphone to talk to my people and our people of District number 13. And to the peace loving people of District number 13, let me say, has you all been following us going through this time? I see all that we remain peaceful, that we have our minds set on what we hope to achieve for our district. I see all that we think outside the box and see how best we can evolve the side of the way of thinking, to see how best we can change our minds in getting to the right way or getting forward to in developing our district. It is about time that we let go of what we were used to have us to pull behind them. It is time that we think about ourselves, think about our children, think about the future, think about the best that we hope to achieve from our district, and start to allow politicians, I'm including myself right now, and start to allow politicians using us and using you people to come after them where fully well they know that they are not in the position to help or come to the aid, because they feel that they have all the finances to come up and do what they want to do, so they're going to use it on us, and we too going to have a mind to say we will go for it and then follow. And afterward, I promise you all that when we continue to live in this path, we are not going anywhere, because that's the way the people always use us. That's the way they always use us to get power. And then right now they will wait until the time comes before they can come out to start to say they will do things for us. It's about time that we change the entire setting around and tell the people that come to us, help us when you feel there's a time for you to come. Now when you need us before we are in need, you come to us and help us. Don't wait when you want it before you can come to us. Let's change it. It's about time that we change it. Thank you to the people of District 13. I believe in you, and I know that at the end of the day, we too going to put ourselves first as the main priority and make District 13 the best. But we too deserve a better representation, and we hope to have a very good and pleasant difference of opportunity. Thank you once again for bringing me on your platform. Thank you to the people of District 13. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Madam Gayduo Kamara. Thank you so much, Madam Princess Gayduo Kennedy. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. And as I regularly stated, that we are open up working with any other person within the district. So thank you so much, Madam Gayduo Kamara. So viewers, wherever you are following the broadcast, this is Foka Online TV. You had been watching Inside District number 13 on Foka Online TV, where we were able to lay our hands on Mistress Kennedy, where she was stressing all of the necessary things she's going to do for her people when elected her to the seat of representative of District number 13. All right, so that is it right there. We caught it a day, and then we come back here next Thursday as we bring another fascinating discussion for next Thursday. So viewers, wherever you've been following the broadcast, thank you so much for following us via our online page. Thank you.
Foka TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Foka TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Foka TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Foka TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Foka TV, located at Tobo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Foka.